On a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, the sun to shine by day and all the stars at night. Mele Kalikimaka is the wise way to say Merry Christmas to you. All right, so this is just a cute little song, and it's December 9th here in 2025, and so I'm trying to throw some of these songs up on the YouTube channel as quick as possible so that you guys can hopefully add them to your arsenal. It's not too late. Anyway, as you can see on the screen, I'm going to show you my rendition, my arrangement for this song. I think this is pretty true to the song, and I'll explain the little tricky parts as far as the chord progression is concerned. Anyway, you can pause the video now and take a screenshot of that, and that's my Christmas present to you. You've got a new song in your Christmas arsenal, and if there's any way that you can send me a Christmas present, it would be really appreciated if you just hit the subscribe button and the like button, and even better, throw a comment in there of any kind and share. That would even be better. So anyway, because I'm trying to get these out a little fast, forgive my vocals on that playthrough. I'm not going to try to sound like Bing Crosby, because that's not going to happen no matter how many takes I make. But anyway, I think you get the general gist of how I'm playing the song. One of the other things is on the playthrough, I do the walk up like this, and I'm going to talk about that. But usually when I'm playing it, I realized after I made the playthrough, I actually use the pinky, and I do the E string, the low E, the D, the G, and the B. So I go. All right, and so I'm going to talk about all these weird little chords and explain which inversions I'm using and why right now. I'm going to put up the diagrams like I always do. But at the end of the video, I'll just quickly talk to you about the intro, because I did, just for fun, figure out the little riff, which is just based on the D major scale, the little, which is really kind of cute and kind of fun. So for those of you who want that, it's tagged on at the end. All right, so anyway, let's just talk about this song. So the unique things, perhaps, just to focus in on, are that I'm using this D6. Okay, so you know there's a D6 here, which sounds great for certain songs, and there's a D6 here, which sounds great for songs. This D6 is just a great D6 for certain songs, and a lot of these songs from this era and older sound great with this. I'll just tell you, like, maybe I'll do a lesson on Paper Moon, but for Paper Moon, you're going to use that C6 or D6 with this inversion, and in that song too, you're going to go up to the diminished, so you're walking up that bass. And so when you're using this inversion, it's going to sound best, and then you're going to be able to walk it up to that D sharp there in the first line of the verse. The other thing that makes this really useful inversion is that you're going to be bouncing back and forth on the 1 and the 5 of the chord, so you're going to go, and I think that's pretty true to the original recording. And speaking of the original recording, in the original recording in 1950, if you listen to it, Bing Crosby sings it in D, and then they go up a half step, like I did in the playthrough, and then the Andrews sisters come in and they sing it in E flat. So anyway, that's what's happening there at the end of the song. But I'll tell you that I did this with a buddy, and we played this at several Christmases, and actually he would play ukulele and sing harmonies. It would sound really good, but we would just stay in the key of D. Certainly nobody was aware that we weren't doing that walk up to the half step chromatic, so I wouldn't worry about that too much. Anyway, so you're using this D6 and you're going with this. And all of this stuff is going to play that I'm going to tell you about at the verse applies to the intro too. Because the intro is just kind of like part of the verse in an abridged section, because it's got the D6 and then B7, and then you're going to do this E minor 7 with the little 1 to the 5, and then the A to the D. So basically, that's number one, is that you need to know that D6, and then you're going to go up to this diminished. So the verse is Mele Kalikimaka is the thing to say. Mele Kalikimaka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. And now here, you're going to see I've got this little walk up. So I'm going Christmas Day. And so what I'm doing there is I'm going Christmas Day. So we're going D, Christmas Day, Christmas Day. And then what I'm doing is I'm just walking up. And what I'm doing is I'm playing a G chord. So this is your G. I would call this like a C origin G chord. I don't know what language you use. But you're taking that chord, and instead of taking those two notes, you're playing them here, adding a G in the root, and you're playing the chord over the third. In this case, the B. And then you're going to walk it up to the A with its third, right? The C sharp in its bass, okay? And in between, there's like a minor, a C sharp minor, and I'm making that a C sharp minor 6. All right, so that's trick number 2. So you're using the D6 here. Thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. All right, and I do like using all 4 of those notes, but I didn't do that on the playthrough. But if you want to do that and you're up for it, it just sounds a little extra nice. And then you're going to go back to the A7. That's the island greeting that we send to you. And again, this minor 7 inversion, you've seen me use that. If you watch my videos at all, it's, I think, a crucial inversion for minor 7ths in many of the Steely Dan songs and lots of jazz songs. And again, here you can do this 1 to the 4. So you're going, that's the island greeting that we send to you. And then again, you're going to do part of the walk up from the land where the palm trees, and then back to the D, sway. Here we know that Christmas will be. And then on green, you're going to the G, green and bright. And again, I'm doing 1 to the 5, but I actually messed around, and sometimes I go 5 to the 1 because I just like the way that flavors it. Green and bright, and then up to the B, sun to shine by day and all the. And here you're playing this E dominant 7, and so you're just going to go. All right, and so then finally you're just going to do the last part. You're going back to this D6. Wise way back to your B7, and then again the same turnaround that's in the intro and the first part of the verse, the E minor 7, and I'm going to do the little transition to the B and the bass, and then the D, and then if you're going up to do the Andrews Sisters, you go up to the. But if you're going to stay and do another round without changing keys, you would just go just like you do on the introduction. All right, and that's the whole song. And then that brings us to the introduction. And so as you see, the introduction is just, very similar to parts of the verse. It's just that do 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 do, and then do 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 do. And so those are the chords. And then, as I was saying, the little riff is just kind of cute. And so I thought I'd show you that just real quickly. It starts right here on an A note, and jumps to this F sharp. So I just bar to jump there. So I go. Got it? So just. And then you go. It's that simple. And then you just walk down the D major scale. But it kind of just goes a little faster, and then it's like a Mele Kalikimaka, thing to say on a right. And there you go. You're into the verse. All right? So I hope that is fun and helpful, and I hope you can get that ready for Christmas, and that you enjoy adding that to your Christmas mix, and that you enjoyed the lesson. And again, please hit subscribe and like, and leave me a comment. Let me know what I can do better, what you enjoyed, etc. Happy New Year, and thanks for visiting the channel, and I'll keep them coming.